Is it possible to regenerate the body internally and externally? Of course, 100%. This is a fact. The person on the left side was me back in 2010. The person on the right side was me back in 2017. Both the same person, just slight different changes, right? The person on the right side, 2017, had a little bit more knowledge, more understanding, had more experience. The person on the left side kept on repeating the same thing over and over and over again. Keep repeating the same bad habits over and over again, which is not going to bring any changes. If you don't put the change to work, if you don't look within and make the changes, it's not going to happen, right? The person on the left side also had some health issues, right? Hypertension, which is high blood pressure. I was gaining weight. Gallbladder issues, stomach issues, headaches, anxiety, nauseousness, whole bunch of issues. I could keep going and going and going. But I had to make a change, but I didn't know how to. And I really didn't want to, because even though I was feeling those problems, it wasn't severe, right? It wasn't severe until I got really ill and I couldn't do anything, couldn't train anymore, couldn't even leave the house. Bad anxiety, bad stomach problems. Everything I ate just made my stomach hurt, right? Headaches, nauseousness. I was gaining weight, was putting on pounds, right? This picture here was actually taken today. The guy on the right side, that was 2020, which is today. Picture on the left side was me back in 2010. So I was on my way to complete destruction, right? Complete destruction. And I had to make a change. And like I said, I didn't know how to. And I didn't want to, because it wasn't that severe yet. It wasn't that serious. If you notice, people make changes usually when the shit hit the fan, basically. That's when you might see them start to make some changes. When something bad happened or it's serious. The person pass out, have a heart attack, the organs failed or something like that. Then they might take a look and go, oh, I think it's time to, maybe go on this juice fast, maybe detox. As I said, you can regenerate your organs, you can regenerate skin, but it's going to take a lot of work, right? It doesn't happen overnight. And I started this journey right at the end of 2011. That is when everything went bad for me, right? Body shut down, putting on weight, went to doctors, and the basic thing, they give you Xanax, they give you Nexium for acid reflux, and that's basically it. They just prescribe you pills, right? They don't really get to the root of the problem, right? Just prescribe you pills, right? So I took all that, I went home, and problems got worse. It wasn't until I actually met this Chinese herbalist that actually mentored me, kind of. He actually was my mentor. And he guided me. He explained to me that problems that I'm having is because my gallbladder is acting up and I'm eating the wrong kind of foods. I'm like, what? Eating the wrong kind of food? I mean, I grew up eating jerk pork, chicken, cow, beef, oxtail, griot. I grew up eating all those things. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, looked at me and he said, hey, man, do you want to go to the hospital? And I said, no. He said, if you go to the doctors, if you go to the hospital, they're going to cut you open and do surgery on you and give you prescription pills for the rest of your life. They're not going to heal you. So it's either you're going to change your lifestyle or you're going to end up in the hospital. And they're going to do surgery on you on your gallbladder, take out your gallbladder and put you on pills. Do you want that? And I'm like, not really. He said, well, this is what you have to do. I want you to eat majority all fruits and vegetables and have a little bit of salmon, a little bit of fish with it. And when you're feeling nauseous, eat a green apple. Now, this guy was just a guy that was working in a he was working in a Chinese store, just selling products, right? So he wasn't like a mainstream doctor or a professional, if you want to say that. He was just a herbalist in a Chinese store. And he brought out a paper and showed me the human body, showed me all the points in the human body, and showed me where all the stress levels are, all the pain coming from the body, from my body. He showed me on the little paper, the little diagram that he had there, and he pinpointed every symptom that I'm having. And he came up with a solution for me. And the solution was what? Plant-based. But you're not going to jump straight into it. You're going to take your time. You have to take your time. You can't rush into it, because if you do that, and say, for example, I'm raw right now. That's my lifestyle. I'm raw. And that's it for me. I'm completely raw. I didn't become raw overnight. Believe me. I mean, I had my urges. I mean, remember, I'm a guy that's brought up in a family, Jamaican family, Jamaican household, where you have jerk chicken, goat, pig foot, and all these things. So this is not something that I just was born into, right, or raised into that. So it took me a long time, and even when I found out about it, it still was hard. I still was drinking red wine. I still had chicken legs. You know what I'm saying? It's just something difficult, and that's why it's a journey, right? And it's not something that's gonna just come to you overnight like that. And it took me, I'm going on 9 years now, 9 years. So it's not something that I'm just one day I'm just raw. It's tough. It's not easy, like everything in life. But you have to understand, in this system, this world we live in, there's choices you can make, right? And it's all up to you. Remember, you make the decision. You can do anything you want to do. You can make anything you want happen. It's up to you. It's not anybody's fault, right? You can be the guy on the left side, or you can be the guy on the right side. You choose. It's simple though. Eat the right type of foods. And what are the right type of foods? Food out of nature, Mother Earth. And your objective, your goal is to be raw. Vegan, vegetarian, over-vegetarian, I believe that's right. Pescatarian. For me, all those are transition, right? It's all a transition stage, but your goal is raw. Vegan is great, because I'm actually vegan also, but as I said, vegan is just, you're not eating animal products. But in my opinion, there are foods that vegans consume that are not too healthy too. A lot of processed foods and fake meat, which is not good for you. It's too much sodium in those things and too much ingredients. When you look at a package and it has a ton of ingredients in it that you can't even pronounce, you can't read, and pure sodium, you don't want it in your body, because that's going to knock your body off balance. You have pure problems. You have high blood pressure, diabetes, and all type of things, man. Your objective, your goal is to go raw, because then you won't have no problems, and you know exactly what you're putting into your body. There's not a bunch of different names and sodium levels and all these things and sugars and fake sweeteners. That's going to jack your body up, and that's what happened to me. This picture here was maybe a week ago. So most definitely, regenerating the body is possible. It's a fact. It can be done, because the proof is here. And I'm going to be showing you guys a lot more things, a lot more amazing things too. I'm not done yet. I have a lot more information. Like I said, I started way back in 2012. I had my problems. I had a whole bunch of symptoms. Like I mentioned to you, from ringing in the ear, which you guys saw my video of tinnitus. I had mad ringing in my ear around 2012. At 2012, I think it was like in February or something like that. My ears were just going off like bells, and like a whistle and a hissing sound. Like it was kind of, I mean, that itself would drive you crazy, and that's where most of my anxiety was coming from, because all my senses were just going off. High heart rate, ringing in my ears, anxiety, couldn't sleep at night. I mean, I was there, man. I was borderline, almost going crazy. I was about to lose my mind because with that ringing and don't sleep, and that would drive you crazy, man. So, like I said, regenerating the body is possible, and that's a fact. The proof is here, and the way how you make this all happen to regenerate the body internally and externally is going on a plant-based lifestyle. That's simple. That's basically it. So basically, you're gonna stop smoking, stop drinking alcohol, stop taking prescription drugs, and stop eating animal products. That's basically it. No dairy, no eggs, milk, no meat, no beef, no animal products completely. Now, some might say, man, that's a little bit too extreme. Is it? The guy on the left side had a whole ton of problems. My body was deteriorating, putting on a bunch of weight, muscles hurt, joints hurt. Went to the doctor. Doctor gave me prescription drugs. They didn't heal me, they didn't cure me, sent me back home. I had to go to a herbalist in a Chinese shop for answers, which is my mentor, basically. And if I went to the hospital, like what my mentor told me, they would have cut out my gallbladder and maybe did more to me, right? And I probably would have let them do it because of the knowledge. I didn't have that knowledge. And I wanted to do anything to get rid of the pain. So I would have done anything. See? So the choice is yours. You make the decision